Is extremely important when trying to feel optimal as a human. We are now understanding so much more about the role of the gut and the role it actually plays in the body. Research has now shown that the gut is actually the second brain. The gut and the brain directly link, and the gut also links to the brain. This is linked through a vagus nerve which runs down the front of your body, and this is able for your gut to send signals to your brain and your brain to send signals to your gut. This means that we need to be focusing on gut health to feel mentally good. We need to be focusing on being mentally good to feel good in our guts. A lot of people are experiencing gut issues, and this comes down to the fact that the vagus nerve is not working as it should be. We now actually understand that 70% of your immune system is actually in your gut. So if you are getting frequently ill, if you're not feeling good, this is because your immune system is actually in your gut. And if your gut is out of whack, you'll be more frequent to getting sick. Also understand that 90% of your body's serotonin is actually produced in the gut. Serotonin is the feel-good hormone in your body. This is what makes you feel happy, makes you feel achieved, fulfilled. This is what this function plays in the body. So we know that 90% of this is produced in the gut. This means that if we feel depressed, if we feel anxious all the time, it's coming from down here. We don't want to focus on the 10% that's not coming from the gut. We want to be focusing on 90%, and that is coming from the gut. Many years ago, I had gut issues. I had leaky gut, I had bloating, gas, I had brain fog, I had low fatigue, I had low energy levels, I had stabbing pains when eating food, and this came to my gut being in a very bad place, which then impacted the whole of my health. Storing your body's ability for your gut to work optimal is so important. And I went down a journey of healing my gut, and I can now tell you I have almost zero symptoms of gut issues, and I'm absolutely thriving. And in today's videos, I'm going to teach you 5 things that I follow to help with my gut issues and feel better on a day-to-day basis. There is one point that is extremely important, and people are constantly forgetting this, and I'm here to tell you what actually helped me heal my gut. First one, of course, is eating a whole foods diet. We have trillions of microbes in our gut, and our food directly impacts if we feed the good microbes or the bad microbes. Most people are eating the wrong foods, which is why they have a lot of bad microbes in their gut, which then leads to leaky gut, that leads to all these symptoms that you're currently seeing. We want to minimize the bad ones and increase good ones. The only way we can do this is by centering our diet around healthy foods. When I had many gut issues, I was eating a very high carbohydrate, low fat diet. I was eating lots of seed oils, lots of junk food, eating lots of bread, pastas, these types of foods, which was causing my gut to be out of whack. So the first step to healing the gut is actually focusing on nutritious foods that are going to feed the good gut bacteria in our gut and allow us to feel better. The diet I have used has been an animal-based diet. This is meats, fruits, honey, and raw dairy. I believe evolutionary that humans have always been eating these foods, and that's why we thrive on them. And many people are following this diet, and they are finding magical experiences of healing with this. I definitely found this too. If we're eating whole natural foods, we're going to feel so much better, easier for our body to digest. It's going to reduce inflammation, going to make us feel better on a day-to-day basis, and it's going to contain essential nutrients that we need to thrive as humans. So my diet is structured around meat. My meals are structured around heavy meat, and then the rest of it is just the adds. So I have heavy meat, then I have some fruits on the side, I have some honey, and I have some dairy. This makes up less of my diet, but the meat is the main focus. This is because red meat is literally a superfood. Red meat and eggs contain essential nutrients that we need to thrive as a human, and it's very easy for the body to digest because we're digesting them. People will actually find that they digest meat better than they do with fibers, and this is definitely what happened for me. Since cutting fibers down in my diet, it's actually improved my gut health. We've been told that fiber is essential for having gut health, but this is not strictly true. Many people, fiber can cause issues. Fiber can be quite difficult to digest. I experience this, and I do to this day. If I ate vegetables, I will ultimately feel gassy, I'll feel bloated, I just won't feel as good. And this led to me then removing these out of my diets and focusing on the foods that make me feel good, and we're avoiding the ones that don't. And that's going to be basing your diet around a whole foods diet. The second point, and the most important point, focusing on meditation. As I said, the brain links to the gut. So most people are chronically stressed, most people are dealing with depression, anxiety, and this is directly impacting your gut. I want you to think about when someone said go with your gut feeling, and this is because they directly link. I had gut issues. I was chronically stressed. I was chronically stressed all the time. I'd been through a lot of hardships in my life, which led to me feeling very stressed and very depressed on a day-to-day basis. I was following the best diet. I was exercising correctly. I was getting sun, but I couldn't heal my gut. And this came down to the fact that my mind and my brain was out of whack, which led to my vagus nerve being dysfunctional. If we have a dysfunctional nervous system, we are not going to be able to heal our bodies. Our nervous system plays a key role in healing, and it also plays a key role in how we feel on a day-to-day basis. What we must do is focus on controlling our stress levels. We must be focusing on de-stressing on a day-to-day basis. We all have stressful lives and we all have hardships we have to overcome, but we must be able to understand we are the only person that can control how these outcomes dictate our life. So for me, I do 15 to 30 minutes of meditation daily. It's non-negotiable and it's helped calm my nervous system down so much. Also can do breath work, which does a similar thing. And these two are the most effective tools you can use to lower your stress. Some people might find it easier to write down journaling their thoughts to process them in a better way. For the most people, they want to start doing at least 15 minutes of meditation daily, allowing you to focus on the breath and be more present. We have completely lost this in the current world we live in. We're always thinking about past or we're always thinking about future, but we know that this always leads to pain. But when we're in the present moment and we are focusing deeply from within, this is where peace lies. And we must find the beauty in life through meditation and breath work. It's going to help with our digestion. It's going to help with our inflammation levels. It's going to help with the gut bacteria, which is going to lead to our gut healing. If you focus on anything to heal your gut, then it needs to be this point. Focus on 15 minutes of meditation in the morning and at night before you go to bed to help de-stress. It's focusing on pre and probiotics. What are pre and probiotics? Prebiotics are going to be feeding the good bacteria that you already have in your body, and probiotics are going to be adding new good bacteria. As I previously said, we want to be having more good bacteria than bad bacteria in our guts so that we can rebalance it and our guts can work how it should be. If they are too out of balance, then it's going to cause issues. Once you start to take pre and probiotics, you are going to find your gut operate so much better. I recently have been having raw milk, which has helped me drastically. My digestion's better, my energy's better, my testosterone feels better, and this is because the probiotics are working how they should be. There are many foods that you can incorporate which is going to help do this. The most known ones and the best ones is going to be raw dairy, sauerkraut, kimchi, kefir, miso, and kombucha. And these can all be found in your local supermarket. So they're very easy and very accessible to get. Start adding these foods in alongside with a whole foods diet and you will see your gut health improve drastically. One's actually hydration. Hydration has been something I have been diving deeply into, and I actually understand how important hydration plays in optimal health. If you have the best diet, the best sleep, but you're not sufficiently hydrated, this will affect a lot of areas of your life. And we don't just want to be hydrating with water, because we need to be making sure we are having electrolytes, which are the minerals that keep us hydrated. The first tip is you need to stop drinking tap water. Tap water is very dangerous and it contains a lot of chemicals that aren't good for humans. It's very dirty and it can feed the bad bacteria in your gut. We must be making sure we are using the clearest water possible. Spring water is always going to be the best, but if you can get filtration systems in your home, this is going to be extremely beneficial. Now, once we have the clean water, we now want to make sure the water has the minerals we need. And this is what we're going to do by adding salt. Salt contains sodium and electrolytes that we need to be sufficiently hydrated throughout the day. You should be always hydrating with salt, or you can get an electrolyte that's going to help do this also. Now, you want to limit sugary drinks and caffeine. Caffeine actually does demineralize you. It's not going to help your hydration. But I understand that most people love coffee. So make sure that when you're having a coffee, you are sufficiently hydrating with electrolytes and water before you do this. And the fifth and last point that I had to work on is lowering the intensity of exercise. High cortisol levels is linked to gut issues. The nervous system won't be working properly. So if we're doing crazy workouts, this is going to really increase our cortisol, which is going to lead to our nervous system not functioning properly. What I had to do is cut down drastically the amount of intense exercise I was doing. I went from doing extreme CrossFit workouts to just focusing on resistance training and walking. These are going to be the two most effective trainings you should focus on whilst healing your gut. You want to really bring your stress levels down as much as possible. Only going to do this by cutting out these intense exercise. As your gut starts to heal more, you can incorporate these intenser exercise into your daily routine to see how your gut works with it. But humans were not made to be doing insanely stressful workouts daily. Yes, they were running for long periods of time. Exercise is extremely important in overall health and cardiovascular health. So you do want to make sure you are walking at least 10,000 steps a day. And if you can't do resistance training at the moment, just focus on that and start building your way up. I had to start small and build my way up. And now my gut's healed. I can run. I can do any type of workout I want without having any gut issues. But it's important that you focus on your stress and really reducing that. And this is going to lead to overall gut health being better. I am releasing a program soon called the Health Move, which will be released this month on the 29th. This gives you all the steps and the protocol you need to heal your gut. And it's an amazing protocol that I have used to heal 8 years worth of gut issues, and it does work. So look out for that. Please like, subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one.